Hey guys, 3 a.m. Kaiser here. So, at the time of recording this video, I did see this post a couple days ago, and I didn't really think anything of it. I just kind of saw it, and I was like, yeah, that kind of sucks. I'm actually going to let the video play while I'm talking, so you guys can kind of see what happens. But basically, this person, Jules, is a DBD Twitter user. They actually follow me. I didn't know that. Hello, Jules, if you're seeing this video. Hope you're doing well, my friend. But anyway, they posted this video with the caption, teaming up against people who don't want to farm is most definitely not in the anniversary spirit. And basically what happens if you're having trouble watching the video is the Gabriel, which is Jules, is just trying to play the fucking game. They don't want to farm. They don't want to do this two-hook bullshit. They just want to fucking play the game. And this Michaela has actively decided that they are going to sandbag Gabriel. They're going to make it to where he's going to get two hooked whether he likes it or not. And the Skull Merchant is also in on the thing. They are just trying desperately to get this two hook crap off. And it's really fucking annoying because all Gabriel wants to do, all Jules wants to do is play the fucking game. They want to loop like normal. They want to do generators. They want to take chases. They don't want to go down. They don't want to get too hooked. They don't want to sit there and play gen kicking simulator, gen repairing simulator over and over again. And even after they get the two hooks, they're going to end up chasing them down and killing him because, you know what? Fuck them. That's why. And it's a really dog shit thing to do. Both the Skull Merchant and this Michaela are awful fucking players. And yeah. So, that's not fully what I want to talk about here. Also, Michaela ends up getting hatched. What I want to talk about is actually this. So this is my buddy Field Agent Reaper. If you don't know Reaper, he is one of the, if not the best Pinhead player in the game. He is who you go to if you want to know anything about Pinhead. He made this amazing guide that I'll try to remember to link in the description. And so Reaper posted this, quote tweeted this. And he said, farming is boring and bad for players who can't play the game normally. I agree. You get more BP much faster just by playing normally. I also agree. Hot take, very hot take, but farming should be a full-on reportable offense, and I'm not joking. Play the game normally. I don't care if there are 5 BP offerings. Now, after I saw this, again, this is another one where I saw it and I didn't really think nothing of it. I kind of read it and I said, well, I agree with the first part, but I disagree with the second. I don't think it's fair to say, well, they want to farm, it's time to report them. I think in this instance, it's obviously a reportable offense. You know, Jules was just trying to play the game, just trying to have a good time, and in retaliation to just wanting to play a normal fucking game of Dead by Daylight, he got killed and Michaela got given hatch. This was a very obvious thing of the killer wanting to be a farming Frank, and when the other players didn't want to be a farming Frank, the killer pitched a hissy fit and managed to recruit one of the survivors to join in on their hissy fit. Now, the reason this is a Dead by Discussions video and not a Rants by Daylight video is because I'm not particularly angry or anything, but I'm also not going to script this. Because realistically speaking, this doesn't need a script. I just need to talk to you guys for a little bit. First thing I want to say is that farming is incredibly boring. I hate farming. I think it's one of the most boring things in this fucking game. I have done it a couple of times because I wanted to play the game and get BP, but I also didn't want to try. I didn't want to sweat. I didn't want to attempt to win. So I have this build on Ghostface that is like particularly all it's used for is farming. All the perks, Distressing, Beast of Prey, Thrill of the Hunt, all of those are made for just BP bonuses. And I did it during the last Halloween event, I believe. I believe it was the last Halloween event that I did it, or it might have been, yeah, I think it was during the last Halloween event that I did it just to like try to get everybody like the max amount of blood points, because the last Halloween event was like insane for blood points. Like you could walk away with like an easy like 125k a match if you did it. And that was something that like I did for a little bit, but like overall I don't like farming. And it wasn't until I ran into like 3 farming killers in a row when I was playing Survivor one time that I realized exactly how boring farming can be. It's incredibly dull. I mentioned this in one of my other videos, but I hate playing gen kick, gen repair simulator. Like, repair the gen for a little bit, let you kick it, repair the generator for a little bit, let you kick it, and just doing that over and over and over and over and over and over again is fucking boring. Sitting there getting everybody to 2 hooks and then standing around and playing with each other's assholes while we all heal up is very, very fucking boring. And then on the killer side, I've started to become disenfranchised with farming because I hate standing around waiting for you fuckers to complete gens, which is why whenever somebody has someone that like gives up or DCs on hook or you know, something like that, where I used to be like, oh fuck, now, you know, to be the nice person, I have to go out of my way and I have to be like, okay, you know, you guys, it wasn't fair to you, I'm just gonna go ahead and let you all go and everything. I don't do that anymore. And it's not because I'm trying to be an asshole or anything, it's just because after a while of playing killer, you just get kind of sick of having to purposely throw your games just because one of the other survivors didn't want to play. Now, that's not to say that I like one survivor gives up and I like crank the dial to 11 and start going all out. And, you know, what I'll do is I'll like start overcommitting to like one person to give them a chance. Like last night I was playing a game. If I have it recorded still, I'll throw that one up as the background. A person gave up on first hook. A Jeff gave up on first hook like instantly. And so instead of like playing the game how I normally would and patrolling gens effectively and things like that, I like overcommitted to one person until I get them down just to give the survivors a chance to finish generators and maybe try to get out and things like that. You know what I mean? So it's not really one of those things where I farm, but I do try to like be nice and give people a chance. And, you know, if I'm feeling it, I'll like close hatch and let the last person out the gate or something like that. But in general, I don't like farming. I find it incredibly boring. Do I think it should be a reportable offense? No. I think Reaper is out of his fucking mind here. I understand where he's coming from. I understand what he's saying, but I think that realistically speaking, it's kind of like trying to report someone for tunneling, or trying to report someone for camping, or trying to report someone for 4-man slugging. Because there are so many circumstances that can seem like farming that you can't report it for like poor sportsmanship or griefing or something like that. Now again, in the original video, you can obviously report those two for griefing because that is what they did. They purposely sandbagged somebody in order to get, and listen to me, if you are the kind of person who like tries to farm and it's you and 2 other survivors on 1 generator and that's all y'all are doing, more power to you. If you leave me to complete all the generators and then get the fuck out as a survivor and you want to farm with 2 others while I'm doing all that, that's on you. That is your prerogative. Yes, I would rather just play the fucking game and get in chases and shit like that, but you know what? I would much rather that than you force me into your farming simulator. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, what could look like farming could actually be people just playing the game poorly. And that's something you gotta remember. Like, unless something is incredibly obvious, it's very difficult to prove something like gameplay griefing, which I think farming would fall under the category of. And so I think it's a ridiculous notion that you could report someone for farming. I think that you should be able to report people if they try to force you to farm. If you get sandbagged by your teammates and shit, then yes, I understand that being reportable. But just farming in general, I think is a ridiculous notion. And I think realistically, what Reaper is trying to do or trying to say is that he hates farming to a very high extent and he finds it to be detrimental to his gaming experience. And I agree. But just like somebody in one of his comments says, you can't police how people play to an extent. Again, if someone is obviously griefing, obviously sandbagging, you can police that. But you can, if a killer wants to load in and let you complete every generator and then let you go without a fight, that should not be a reportable offense. If a killer wants to load in and try to 2-hook everybody and then let you all go, that's something you can't police. But if you're trying to avoid getting 2-hooked like everybody else has gotten, then and one of your teammates sandbags the fuck out of you, then sure, that's a reportable offense. As a killer, if I'm ever going for that two hook everybody crap, I don't ever try to convert any of the other survivors into helping me catch one of the survivors. If one of them doesn't want to get two hooked, they don't want to get two hooked. If they get two hooked, then they only get a silver unbreakable emblem, and some people are actually trying to get their grades up. All right, I get it, I understand. But yeah, I don't think that farming should be a reportable offense. I do think that we should take it by a case-by-case basis. But I do agree that farming is really fucking boring. But of course, I want to know what you think, so let me know down below. And as always, a great big special thank you to my channel members listed on screen now. If you want to find out how to become a channel member today, get awesome perks like seeing videos early, merch discount codes, and more, then please click that join button down below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Can't get enough daily Dead by Daylight content? Then check out my second channel, The Kaiser Extras, where I upload gameplay footage, me reacting to your Dead by Daylight clips, and more. We also have a new short that goes live every single day, so you can catch up on all the greatest clips from stream. We'll see you over there. Link is in the description.